So first of all, when you're going to camp, it's about the people because you don't know who you're going to meet.
Sure.
You could meet a governor's son, you
And
could
you
meet a
wouldn't even
governor,
know.
and you wouldn't know. All of you are white and white
White
with the
fowl.
plastic sneakers. Everybody is wearing. Nobody is coming there to show class,
Yeah.
so you can't really tell. Although you would know people that do well by how they eat.
This is Truth Tribe.
Good morning, my beautiful viewers. You're welcome back to the Triple T. And I am your host, Peace of Mind. And I'm not alone this morning. I am with my co-host. I don't know if I should call him Papa Destiny because your calf this morning. Your face show.
Please, let's just keep it low.
No, today you will talk.
Remember I told you last time that the Lord elevates the humble and allow the prideful ones to fall down.
Okay.
So let's keep it low.
It's okay. All right. So welcome back to our May series. And this month of May, we'll be talking about NYSC and beyond. And we'll have a very demure guest.
What a big.
So our guest today is known as the Opera King. He's a Nigerian classical music singer, a seasoned operator singer, creative director, and entrepreneur. He brings over a decade of experience in vocal performance, multimedia production, a project management. He is a founder of the Harmony Choral and owner of Ox Grills, blending artistry with entrepreneurship in remarkable ways. He holds a degree in international relations, a background that complements his global perspective in both music and media. Fluent in German, and deeply passionate about cultural exchange, he brings a rich international dimension to his creative work. From being called the boy with a golden voice by respected figures like Professor Christian Aneke and Bishop CVC Onaga, to leading civic team concerts with the foundation, he continues to leave an indelible mark in music, media, and youth engagement. He is also a skilled graphic designer, video editor, project manager with Wemba and ELLs, and an active voice in Nigeria creative and cultural landscape. Let's welcome. Let's welcome Mr. UGWUOKE ODINAKA Maximillian.
Thank you so
King
much.
of Opera.
Thank you. Hello everyone. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
It's so nice to be here with you guys today.
The pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Hey.
Whoa. I don't even know where to start from though.
It's not too much.
Because I was expecting an older man in his 40s, 50s, but
you never really know.
He's old at heart.
Like there's this thing called the fountain of youth. It could be like 50.
But
I'm not though.
Okay.
All right. The Opera King himself.
Yes,
Once
sir.
you're welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank God that we'll have you in the studio today, and trust me, we'll all want to hear from the horse's mouth. We've actually gone through your profile, and our hosts today have gone through your profile. Man, it's in too much. It's plenty.
Well,
So we want to take it back to the genesis. We want to know where it all started from.
Okay.
So I don't know. Can you just give us a little of how it all started?
A rundown.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I have a very brief beginning, and at the same time, it's also a long one because I grew up in a family of 5. I'm the last born.
Wow.
Don't tell anybody. I'm the last born. So I grew up, as an introvert actually, because it's a boy, 3 girls, then you get me.
Okay.
So, the distance between the boy and the other
girl,
boy, and then three ladies before you. So I basically grew up alone, because as a young guy, there are some, let me use the Nigerian slang, rough play. You can't play with females,
Yeah.
So I didn't have people to do that with. And I also came from a home where our parents were not strict, but they were principled. So we didn't really have all the sleepovers the Gen Zs are having now. And, have friends, go to the other compound,
They come
play
to
with them. They come
yours.
to yours. No, I didn't have that. So I was basically alone all the time.
Always indoors.
Always indoors. I was always on my own thinking.
Even when you're in school, you're still alone.
Yes. When you have this background, it tends to stick with you.
Yeah.
So people actually referred to me in school. They thought I was a snob.
Was that your secondary school?
Both secondary school, the university, till today, actually, people think I'm a snob.
Or
But
maybe you have pride.
no, I'm a very humble guy.
No, to them, since you're
No,
not.
it didn't get to that level. I tried to blend in somehow,
Okay.
because no matter how introverted I am, I also know that you need people to survive. So
Sure,
I had
it's
to.
an island.
No man is an island, exactly. So I had to find a way to just adjust to these things. So coming to the singing, it's a very, very funny incident. I went to Godfrey University, and that was in 2012. So the first week I went to school, there was a friend I had, and he took me to choir rehearsals. And that was when they were preparing for the Christmas carols.
Okay.
So the music director started telling everyone to sing individually. So my heart was beating. I had no even, that was my first experience and all that. First time of singing.
Wow.
So when he got to my turn, I opened my mouth and I sang what I knew. And he screamed and told me which choir have I been in. And I told him that was the first time. But I was always singing in the shower, you're shouting, disturbing the neighbors. Everybody like, this boy, your parents are like, why are you disturbing everyone and all that? So I think I had a lot of practice time.
Yeah.
For years, I was practicing on my own, and I didn't even know what it was. I didn't know what the voice was called. I didn't know what a baritone was. I didn't know what a bass was. I had no intention of even singing because of how I grew up. Singing is going to bring you out. And I didn't want that. So that's how it started. So I joined the choir. That same year, I became the music director.
Oh, wow.
I became the choir master.
The same Godfrey.
The same Godfrey. So that was my starting point when it came to music.
And that was your first year?
That was my 100 level, yes.
Wow.
And funny enough, the guy that took me to the choir left the choir a week after after he got me to the choir. So
Where was that?
he said he was not interested anymore. And I was like, you're the one that gave me the morale.
Well,
You want to just leave me halfway.
It was just God using him to bring you.
So that's how I started singing. And from there, I went for my youth service. I served in Abuja.
Okay.
So that was 2017. Yes,
You worked
2017.
it or direct posting?
It's a miracle,
Okay.
actually, because I camped in Bauchi State.
Okay.
Very horrible experience.
Very horrible.
But nice at the same time. I met wonderful people there. So, but while we were in camp, they told us that if you wanted to redeploy and you had good reason, you should put documents and stuff
Just
like
like
that. Yeah, that's how they did it then. I don't know whether it's the same now.
Wow.
But then there was this document they put together for me that said I had a sickness that when I fall down, I'll just do like this and then I'll stand up and I won't know what happened.
You know what? We still get to that part of it.
Okay, when we get to that,
We have all the fun. Okay, please let's go back to the musical part.
Okay, so-
back then in school, how it all started and so on.
Okay, so yes, in school, I took my first solo 2 weeks after I joined the choir.
Okay.
So I had 2 weeks to learn it, perfect it, and sing it.
Oh,
So that was the genesis of my
singing.
classical, yes, let me use that word. So, and then I sang, and the vice chancellor heard me that day, and that was the day I got nicknamed the boy with the golden voice.
Wow.
Because he was also a lecturer then. He was taking us on use of English.
Okay.
So after the carol, we had some classes before exam. So he came into the class, and this is how he talked. He said, stand up. And I'm like, I thought I had done something wrong. I was like, yeah, the boy with the golden voice. And that was how the name stuck.
Okay.
Because classmates were there,
Yeah.
some other assisting lecturers were there.
there.
So he did it in class, he did it in church.
The both of you attended the same church.
Yes, he did it in class, he did it in church. It was it was just too obvious. So it became a name everyone started calling me. So somehow the name just stuck. All through my 4 years in school. And I liked the name actually.
Can
know,
you
so
sing for us a little bit? Few seconds. I want to hear the voice too.
okay. Do you have any song, any choice? Any
So the music you do, is it secular, gospel?
I do gospel, I do country, I do classical.
No.
Okay, there's this song by Savvy Henry, it's a love song. No, it's just a love song.
Okay.
It goes, the best part of you is
Calm down.
Oh,
you
God.
don't have to try. You are magnificent the way that you are. If I had to choose, I'd choose you all again. The best part of this is
Are you just
that
sitting
you
and watching?
are mine.
This is good.
Thank you.
Please, me, I'll come for musical training later.
I'll send you my invoice.
All right.
You didn't tell me his name. He will send me his
I'll send you my
invoice.
invoice.
No problem. We can take that up.
I trust you.
That's a
So
nice
I'll be set
voice.
for like 4 years. Okay.
Yeah.
The name, the boy with the golden voice, while in school and also
Yeah.
in church. Did you like that I went back to the church to sing?
Okay. When I left school, that's when I left for service, and I stayed in Abuja for about 2 years before I came back to Enugu. So while I was in Abuja, I joined a choral group
Okay.
because I had known that this was a gift. You know, when you find yourself doing something you did not practice for it, you didn't rehearse it.
Yes.
It was later in life I started doing vocal trainings. That's when I even found out what vocal trainings were. So I found out, anyone that has sense would know you have to sustain this thing. So I joined a musical group in Abuja Choral Ensemble, which was also a serious step in my musical career because the first day I went for their rehearsals, they sing with musical staffs. I had no idea. Like, I went there the first day, I had to use the copy and cover my face because I was ashamed. I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
But it was amazing because I got a lot of experience from there, especially from performances, because we had this constant performance at the British Village in Abuja. We had Pavarotti Italian concerts and a lot of things.
So was that what brought about you being fluent in German?
Yeah, I just love languages actually. So when I came back to Enugu, I told myself I would start learning. I would start from somewhere. So I started with German.
Okay.
I did it to the B1 level. And then the person taking us traveled out. So I just stopped. So it's just learning on my own and all that. I love languages actually. I love German. I love Chinese. I love languages.
Xinjiang?
Ni hao.
Okay, so here it says you're owner of OS Grills. What's that?
Yes, Ox Grills. I love food.
Food.
Yeah, because food is amazing.
Food is life.
Food is life. You can't. How can you not be eating?
Can you
good
not be
food?
eating?
How? Just wrong. It's so wrong. So I came back to Enugu and apart from singing,
Yeah.
so I was thinking, what else could I do? Because I discovered in Abuja I'm not an office kind of guy. Like, even if I will, it wouldn't be a daily something.
You don't want to sit at a place and
I had sat down at a place all my life, so I needed something new.
Okay.
So I was thinking of what to go into, and somehow, I was discussing with my pastor, and he told me about food. And then I remember that there's money in food.
Sure.
So I
You eat
decided,
every day.
everyone eats. No matter how you eat, you finally eat.
Was that after your service?
Yeah, that was after my service. So I started up a grill spot in Tinker's Corner called Ox Grills. Don't ask me about the name. When you're just registering the business, and I said the name I sent in earlier was not available, so they called me and like, what else can you give us
just
now?
give
And
me
I
that
just
one.
thought, okay, call it Ox. They say it's available. Register it.
Okay.
So that's how
It's
they started Ox Grills. So we deal in that's grills, barbecue fish, suya, and also cocktails. I learned how to make cocktails too when I was in Abuja. Cocktails and
During your
mocktails.
service?
Yes, during my service. I tried to learn. I love learning a lot. Like sometimes I wish I can just do everything, as a matter of fact. But you can't. You can't be. So I learned how to make cocktails, mocktails. But the grills I actually learned on YouTube.
Okay.
I had no one teach me. I didn't even know anyone in Enugu that did it. So
Social media made everything easy.
everything is on YouTube. You know, when people tell me that they can't do something, I try to understand what you mean. Especially when it's a young person.
Yeah.
Everything I'm learning, you have a smartphone. Everything I'm doing on video editing, I learned on YouTube. Graphics on YouTube. It's now that I'm taking a professional video editing class. It's now I'm taking a professional graphics design class, because at the end of the day, you can't beat experience.
True.
Yeah, so you still have to have a touch of that. So
The upright
that's how we got there.
One day we'll come and test the grills.
No, we can bring it to you. You know, this thing it depends on how deep your pockets are.
Okay, really?
Yeah, we can bring the
So you're
grills
talking
to you.
about deep. Okay.
Okay, just remove the deep, just
Okay,
the pockets. Yes.
Okay, the pocket. Testing is equal to the task.
once in a while.
Odogu
Odogu,
parara.
please.
Man, from the look of things, I don't know. I think your university days actually was something else for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow you were opportune to start your musical career in school.
Yeah.
Then going to your NYSC, it's like it opened doors for other opportunities.
Yes.
And I know during your days, it's not like now they are paying them 77K.
It was 98, my brother.
19,000.
I always wonder where the 200 was.
It's maybe it's for task.
They should have just rounded it up, because
20,000.
So a lot of people went to NYSC, this current one,
Because of the
possibly
money. Mm-hmm.
Okay, but somehow you went there for purpose. You went there because you wanted to enlarge your course of learning, and you did not just go there for going sake. You came out and you've been pushing and pushing. Okay, so I want us to take it bit by bit.
okay.
You've explained or told us everything about your school days. Now I want to get those tips on your NYSC.
NYSC.
How it started, how we're able to link up to this path, how we're able to get this knowledge, so
Okay.
that the people watching can also learn from those steps.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I have a lot of tips. So let me start from when I left Enugu for Bauchi.
Okay,
Because
and
I
Bauchi
remember I
first.
camped in Bauchi,
Yeah,
yes.
before
Then
you
I now
deploy.
went to Abuja. So when I went to Bauchi,
What year was that?
that was
Sorry.
2017. That was even when Bauchi was hot.
Hot,
So
crisis.
nothing would have made me stay back. Even the 100,000
that,
allowed.
was the reason why they told them if you want
Want
to.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Every
you
state
can
that
choose
had
any
that was
state you want.
terrorism prone, something like that. They
Yeah.
always Bauchi, Gombe, all those thick
Gombe,
northern states.
yeah.
Yes, so we had the opportunity to redeploy.
Your own state.
So when we were camping, first of all, I enjoyed my camp days because of the people I met.
Okay.
So first of all, when you're going to camp, it's about the people, because you don't know who you're going to meet.
Sure.
You could meet a governor's son, you
And
could
you
meet a
wouldn't
governor,
even
and you
know.
wouldn't know. All of you are white and white
White
with the
fowl.
plastic sneakers. Everybody is wearing. Nobody is coming there to show class,
Yeah.
so you can't really tell. Although you would know people that do well by how they eat, because some
Very
people eat
romantic.
well. Yeah, they always at
they're
Mame
always
Market.
there.
It looks like they are shareholders there or something. So I just had the opportunity of meeting amazing people. I had these 3 friends. There were 4 actually. Okay, there were 6. Yes, there were 6.
Guys?
But we were 4. No, combination of guys and girls. Yes. So we were always. I wasn't. How I met the first guy was that we entered the same vehicle, because I went to Abuja. I couldn't do the journey from Enugu. It's so long, so I had to go
It's
to
so long.
Abuja, rest for one day. I now went to Bauchi the full. So the 6 hours journey to Bauchi State, then another 1 hour from Bauchi to camp. So I met these guys and they made my experience amazing. So when I left and I redeployed to Abuja, the first thing you should know is that you can find where you want to serve. This is not a common tip people would give, but you need to know that you can take your time. That's if you redeploy, if you have the opportunity of redeployment, you have to find where you would work.
Yeah.
You're not going to be posted, you're going to find. So what I did was I drafted a CV. So I went to offices. I went online and I checked offices related to my course. And I went. So when I come in, I ask, do you take coppers? Yes. Do you pay? No, thank you. I take my bag and I'm gone. Because I knew I was in Abuja.
Yeah.
You cannot
Yes.
survive in Abuja on top of 19,800.
Imagine.
It's very high.
It's impossible. So the only luck I had was I had somewhere to stay. My siblings were there then. So
The base in Abuja.
they basically they were in Abuja then. So I finally got the place. It was a parastatal with Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And how I got the place is also a miracle. Because Abuja has this who do you know mentality.
Yes.
So I went to the office with my CV. I entered, I saw the cars there. I was like, God, this is the place. Like, you know, when you had the GLKs coming out, and there are like 3 parts in the compound. I'm like, wow, this is it. This has to be it. So I went to the receptionist. She directed me to the programs office and I gave them my letter. And the first question they asked me is, who sent you?
Oh, wow.
Hi. And as a sharp Igbo guy, where I be,
You wanna go?
I say the person doesn't want you people to know. Nobody sent you.
Well, someone sent you.
So, but God sent you.
Exactly.
Yes. So I got in there and I said that to the guy. He just looked at me. He said, "Look, I should come back a week after." I came back a week after and they had signed my letter. And I was the only copper in that office.
Oh, and they paid.
My dear. My dear. They didn't pay as much as I wanted to,
But
but
at least.
yes. And it was an amazing experience because what they do, they debrief people that they send outside the country. So we always had conferences which came with stipends as outside the payment and all that. So apart from that, the people I also met while working there, it was an amazing experience, you know. So one of the reasons I came back to Enugu is because it's part of the pastor thing, which is a long story. It's not for today.
Okay.
But I had to come back to Enugu because of that. If not, I had intentions of even
staying
continuing in the office. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Where
Like,
were you?
don't
What am I doing here?
when God hold you, you know. So that was it. So, you know, NYSC is not a limited time. You have 1 year to, in fact, that's the freest time of your life, if there's a word like that, because that's when you're not really tied down to something static.
You're free like a bird.
You're free like a bird. That was when I had to go online. I searched for choral groups in Abuja. Okay. I sent them messages on Facebook until one replied. I went for an audition and they took me. So you don't just sit down and wait for things to come to you. You have to make the move. Yeah. So let's say you're in Enugu or you're wherever and you want to go to somewhere else, another state to serve. The things that should even consider, you know, when you get there, okay, what can I also learn while I'm here? While we are there, they came up with all these project management courses and all that. I wasn't really interested because I knew I would get that later. Yeah. I can get it at any time. But there are some things you can't get in Enugu that are in Abuja. Yeah. So I never knew I would be there forever. I tell myself I have 1 year to stay here. What can I do while I'm in Abuja? I can get project management inside Usoka. Anywhere you are, you can always get certified with that. But there are experiences you can't get in certain locations. You can only get it in specific places. So that's what you have to do. You have to find out, what can I suck out from this state while I'm here? If you remain there, that's fine. But what if you don't? You know, what if you don't complete your stay here? What can I get? Yes, comes but once, and you can't serve twice. Yeah. With this 30K, some people will be feeling, they'll be wishing, okay, 77. Yeah. How can we serve again? Like, you know, throwback service. You know, so that's like the main thing. You have to know what you want for yourself. You know, your 3 weeks in camp is not for flexes. It's for you to flex. So have fun, meet people. But as you're flexing, try and calculate what you want your 1 year to look like. Have a financial goal. I had a financial goal. That is why every office I enter, I ask them whether they are paying. And I'll ask you how much. I was so clear.
If it doesn't suit you.
If it doesn't suit me, you know, people, that's why I said it earlier, nothing is by force in life.
Yeah.
You make your choices. People feel like people are helping them. That's why they maybe when they go, they tell you they're paying you 10,000. Thank you. When you've calculated, if 10,000 can't do what you want, there's no need going for it. It will even reduce your, you know, your dreams. You will now start cutting things down, cutting things short. And at the end of the day, and it doesn't make sense. So be bold enough to walk into offices. Tell them I want to work here. Be bold enough to go. Do you have an appointment with the manager? Yes. Let the manager see you, and then let it be you that tell him that you don't have the appointment. Just shall meet him first, you know. So NYSC, boldness is everything. Calculation is everything. You know, having a foresight is everything. Being futuristic is everything. And then finally, if you have a field you want to, let's say, focus on. For example, let me use remote job for example. Maybe you want to be a customer service representative. Your NYSC is your perfect opportunity to start building it, because everything takes process, whether you like it or not. We don't jump hoops in life. Everything takes a process. So if you want to be a customer service representative, you have to build up years of experience. That's why you come and they tell you they want 2 years experience. Where would you have gotten it? NYSC can give you 1 year.
Oh, yeah.
And then you think of the extra 1 year, how you will figure it out. So if there's a field you want to focus on, your NYSC is the perfect time to start the journey. Don't rush it. Start it. Starting means, it's small.
There's always a starting
Yes,
point.
exactly. So that's your opportunity. That's your perfect opportunity to start up the process. And once you do your NYSC, even after 1 year, you don't have a job and you're still within that field. After 2 years, you have the 2 years experience people are looking for. So don't waste your 1 year wearing white and green. No, be strategic. Be very, very strategic. If there's something going on you don't like, change it. As much as you can, make the changes. So that's it.
King of opera. The opera king himself.
Talk him about the name.
We are trying. It was a casual nickname. I went to perform somewhere, and the person just said, "Let's welcome the opera king."
And
The following day, I created social media handles with the name.
Sharp guy.
Created on TikTok, created on Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. Take the name immediately. But someone there may have heard it and liked it and be like, you never know. You have to be fast in this life. No dulling. No dulling. You have to be quick. When you see something you like, you grab it.
Grab it with your 2 hands.
This life is people eating people. People grabbing things. You have to grab your own faster.
As in the hot.
I'm telling you.
Man.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So opera king. Okay. So your NYC experience was something else, honestly. In fact, looking at your NYC experience, I think that the idea of you being futuristic did not just start in your NYC.
No,
you
it
had
didn't.
this plan ahead.
Yeah, even while I was in school, exactly.
So I know before your NYC, you had some expectations, you had some plans you've set that you want to. Were they met?
Yes.
Or at some point?
Okay. I would say they are still being met. That's why I'm still alive.
Of course.
That's why I'm still here, because most plans are long term. Takes 20 years.
True.
There are plans you put in motion to take you 30 years, 20 years. That's why I said you start as soon as you can.
Yeah.
So I know I've always wanted something for myself, and that's the fact that even as introverted as I was, I always wanted to. It sounds so cliche when people say I want to impact people, but I really mean it when I say it. Like, I don't know, I just want to be able to talk to someone and they feel better.
Yeah.
So that made me work on how I talk. Made me work on my presentation. When I come into a place, how do people see me? What aura do I move around with? When people meet me for the first time, even without speaking with me, what would they say about me when they get home? These things made me very intentional about the friends I had, about the places I went to, the things I do, the things I don't do. Everything you do has a contribution to who you finally become. So as to whether my plans have been met, they're still in motion. Just like I said, that's why I'm still alive. They're still, I'm getting there. But you can be right. Watch out for this guy. You will see me everywhere. And I won't give up until I do it. And for the fact that I can think it, it's very possible. The mistake, I won't say God made, but the mistake that happened was to give me the mind, to give me the idea.
Mistakes are part of life experience.
Exactly. So once the idea is in my head, I believe I can do it. So the plans are in motion, and I assure you that in no time, maybe I'll come back here and not tell you, yeah, this is.
Of course.
This was going on.
We await that.
So
Thank you.
since your NYSC, that was 2017, right?
Yeah.
And it's roughly 12 years now.
12 years. We're
So-
old though.
You're really old.
So what I want to ask you now,
You added the real in front. Haba.
okay. If you had a child during your service, the child supposed to pass puberty age.
Yes.
Of course.
Well over puberty.
You get the point. So I know. Let's just say after the NYSC, what has been happening?
Okay.
Opera music has been invoked since then, right?
Yeah.
So what has been happening?
Okay. What has been happening after NYSC?
What are we still expecting?
Okay, that's a very deep question. Okay, what has been happening? Just like she asked when I came, whether I'm really a pastor or not. I came back to Enugu because there was a work I needed to do here.
Okay.
So I needed to pause my life actually for some time so that God can fix some things, do some things. And I do not regret it because sometimes I look at the people I started with and they seem like they have, maybe moved a step further than you. But in life, it's not about how fast you go, it's how well you stay where you are. Because some people move so fast and they come back faster than they move.
Okay.
So with what has been going on in my life, any day I move, I can't come back. This is not me sounding trying to be proud. This is training. You can there's a way my pastor puts it. He says you can trust a passionate man, a trained man more than a passionate man. So a lot of people have moved with passion, and that's why they get stuck. I'm moving with training. It's a very difficult pace, but it's a sustainable pace. That's the word.
And it's worth it.
So since my NYSC, it's been an amazing experience. From one business, it's just life. You try this, and then you know what works. Yes. You put your hand there. There was a time I sold oil perfumes. I love perfumes. Dear Lord, if I perceive something, I can tell you, like, okay, you're putting on this. You're putting on this. So I love perfume, and I will still go into it. I just dabbled into it to see how it is.
Okay.
And then when I did, I knew I'll come back to it. So everything I did that looks like it didn't work, it's not, I wasn't doing it I was testing the waters.
To know which
place to put my hand into. So as I am here now, I have a complete plan. I know what to go into. I know what I should not go into. Not because for example, I may love something, but that doesn't mean I should go into it. That's where passion comes in. Some people tell you use your passion to find what you do. It's not 100% true. Use your training to figure out what you can do.
Yeah.
Passion may not give you continuity. And anything you start and you don't finish, it makes you feel like a failure. I try to avoid situations like that. I don't pile up failed experiences because when you pile it up, you feel like you're always failing.
Sorry, I think you have to cut to short. Let's get this straight. I'm a trained mechanic.
Okay.
But I have passion for furniture work. And most time, I see myself doing that thing I have passion for. And I love doing it. But this one I'm being trained for. I went into it because of the fact that my domain, mechanical work, is what I spin.
Okay.
And I went there because I wanted the money. Are you trying to tell me now that the furniture work I have passion for, and I'm doing it, that a time will come, I will fail, or you will not trust my work as let's say you're a client, and you come tomorrow and you see the works I've done, you not trust it because I have passion for it, you prefer the mechanical work because I'm being trained. Okay,
let me state this. Anything you're doing that you don't have knowledge, you can never be completely successful. Sure. Passion doesn't give you knowledge. Passion comes with excitement. Excitement is emotions. You don't work with emotions. Emotions fail. It's just like love. You can love someone today, you see the person tomorrow and you're disgusted.
True.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens. These things happen. So if you're moving with
that, what happens?
Why are you not calling me?
Why
are you calling me?
To understand this together.
I'm getting
different genders.
No, it's a general thing.
Okay. That's
why they say don't marry who you love.
Marry who you can live with.
Because bless you. Because that love after 1 week.
I give it up.
So what I'm saying is with the example you gave, is that while you're passionate about furniture making, go and learn it from somebody that is an experienced furniture maker.
Yeah.
And by the way, there's money in every field.
Sure.
You just know where to touch to get it.
The locations.
And then location. There's a lady on Instagram that sells pap. Akam. She's a billionaire from selling pap.
Tell me something.
Wanya Akam. That's even her name. Is that Wanya Akam? This is not an ad for her. But if you see it, you can call me. She sells pap, different flavors of pap. And that's how she became a billionaire, from selling pap. So what I'm saying is, as you're passionate about, just like this music now, I have passion for it. But I had to use my 1 year in Abuja to learn music. And I will still go and study music. It's still in my plan.
To perfect
it.
Tell me something. Wait, this thing we just saw now is not perfect.
The voice I just heard.
Not seen anything.
Oh my word.
Because when experience touches you, that's when you'll be open to a lot of opportunities. And besides, remember that every field has kings and queens there. And they got there out of experience, not passion.
Yeah.
So for you to mingle with them, you need
You
to go
have
through the
to.
route they went through.
Yeah.
That's why you find people that you see someone that is 50 years is still going for his doctorate. Why? Because there's something you need to have so that when it's called, you can be able to sit down with certain people. So the top is not occupied by passionate people, it's occupied by trained people.
Thank you, sir.
Word.
You know,
So I don't know. You've given them everything.
He has summarized
Can
everything.
you just summarize and give them a word of advice?
okay, or what
Because
of
all of us like this now.
Please have a plant.
okay, a word of advice in like generally NYSC, because NYSC is like the start of a phase of your life. So I would tell you to, number one, take your time. They say if you rush in, you rush out. It's not a lie.
Not a lie.
Take your time. You know, perfect your skill. Get certified. There are places you go to and the first thing they ask you is for your certificate. There are places you go to, the first thing they ask is for your certificate. Certificate. How do they call it?
Certificate. Yeah,
So-
who you know.
One thing I learned a long time ago, and this was what God taught me. He said, cover every area. So whichever one will be needed, you will have it.
Yeah.
So whether it's the sabi part or the certificate
this.
part, have all of them.
Sure.
And when you get this, the next step is to make sure people know what you're doing. Whether it's during your NYSC, after your NYSC, make sure people are aware of what you're doing. Last December, I was just there because December is like my season, you know, and I didn't get enough jobs like I wanted. And I was like asking myself, what's going on? And I just felt some people have forgotten what you do. Post it on your status again. And I posted it. And that day I got 4 jobs.
Wow.
No cap.
I don't get employment with this.
No cap. So make sure you're always on, like, in people's faces. Let them see you morning, day, and night. The memory of any man is like a memory card. When they see that you're selling wigs, it will stick. The day they want to buy wig, you'll be among the people circulating around their mind.
Because a saying goes, out of sight is out of mind.
Yes, out of sight is out of mind. So finally, what makes you the one they will pick when different people comes to their mind? Excellence.
Yeah.
Nobody can deny excellence in this life. Nobody can deny it. When I learned some things in Abuja and I came back to Enugu, I can even boldly say that I was one of the first chorals that had a music concert in Enugu. Because Enugu, we are used to Carol of 9 lessons.
Yes.
But I saw something different in Abuja. And I said, okay, we're going to come back here and test it. It took us quite the amount of money. We were one of the first people to get a full orchestra. Not really full, but at least it was almost a 9-man orchestra and have a concert. It had never been seen. It had never been done. Even if it had, it's been a while. It's once in a while. So that opened us up to a lot of opportunities. So when you've gotten all these things, become excellent, nobody can deny. People will hate you and patronize you.
It's true.
People will detest you. I can't stand this girl. Send me your account number. Once you know what you're doing, you don't, then top it off with a nice attitude. Just stop being nice. Don't be proud. Don't be a proud person. Nobody likes pride. Even you that is proud, you don't like it. But you just don't know yet.
Why are you always, I don't know.
No, from the beginning, she was like, I was trying to make her understand to take it easy.
Okay. Noted.
Let me not side anybody here,
Yes,
because this
please.
seems like a trap. So, I'm going to be very neutral right now. So top it off with an amazing personality. These are things people can't withstand. Like, just be nice. You don't need to be, condescending. You don't need to be manipulative. Be a nice person. You don't need to have let people meet you and be happy they did. They would want more of it. And then when people, it's that bad or that good actually that people meet you, and just because of how nice you are, they start asking you, what do you do?
Yeah.
Because they just want to get connected with you in another.
No, there's this Igbo proverb that says, Ayoma.
And it's the truth. So be an Ahioma.
He has said it to be an Ahioma. Oh, thank you,
so
King
much.
of Opera.
Thank you.
I wish this session wouldn't end, but already maybe we'll continue outside the scene.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scene.
Nice one.
Thank you very much. We are really
you so
honored
much.
to
Thank
have
you
you in
so
our
much.
midst this
I'm
morning.
honored to be here. It's an amazing
The
experience.
pleasure is all
When the
ours.
king came to see
You know,
You people have started though.
Apucha Palace, yeah.
Okay. Yes, I left my palace.
thank you very much once again.
Thank
and
you so much. Thank you.
all he has said, that is what it is. Get started. You don't just sit at a place and want success to come to you. You have to take a step at a time. And you can achieve whatsoever you want to achieve as far as your mind is set on your goal. We all have goals. Either to sleep at home, yeah, it's actually a goal. It's individual differences. And so you choose wisely.
Okay, go.
Go now, go.
That go feel on internet too.
Because we have some people seated at home and they want.
No, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work, so you choose
Because
wisely.
Sarah is just a fantasy. What is yours is yours. What is yours will be yours when you can't get it.
Yeah.
If you see that your house, somebody else will take it and it will be theirs. I can assure you. I might be the one to collect it. I won't even feel bad.
And it might be me, so I'll grab it with my 2 hands and you wanna go? So at this juncture, we've come to the end of today's podcast. Don't forget to always follow us on our social media handle, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. You can always click on the subscribe button and you'll be notified once we are online. Fire!
Thank you.